he wasn't executing his pitches today. He made some mistakes with location, I think, with some fastballs and some sliders today. And he's been so good and executing so well. We haven't seen it for a while, but it just shows that he's human.
You mentioned that he had been great since the All-Star break. To see him really come up short in this situation, is it almost odd to see him struggle the way he did?
And especially he went through the first 2 innings fairly quickly, and then he walked a couple guys, and that seemed to really start the ball rolling for them. And I think we had an error in there as well, and we gave him 3 free base runners, and that made a big difference.
Roger.
Joe, can you sort of describe what happened to Jordan and what
I guess he was signing autographs during their BP, and he got hit in the ear with a ball hit by him. I don't know who hit it. His ear was bleeding. He went through tests with a doctor. We expect him to make his start tomorrow, but his ear's got a cut.
And did he seem okay to you?
Yeah.
When a guy gets hit in the head with a baseball, does there have to be like a, I don't know, concussion protocol?
He went through it. I mean, he went through it with our people, and they feel that he's fine.
Meredith?
Joe, are you still going to check in, though, when he wakes
Yeah,
up
of
tomorrow
course.
to make sure that there's no after effects there?
Yeah, and I'll check him tonight before he leaves, yes.
George?
Joe, you used Mitchell. Does that take him out of Monday?
Yeah, probably, George. But he didn't throw a ton of pitches, so not necessarily.
Is CC going to do a bullpen tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Billy?
Could you just maybe describe the state of your starting rotation right now? I mean, all these, feels like even the freak thing with Jordan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not what you want this time of year. We've had a couple of people get nicked up. Some guys are going to have to step up. It's probably a darn good thing that we made the additions that we made, or we would be really, really short. So, I mean, some guys got to step up, and we've had to deal with that all year long with certain positions at times, and it's a chance for them.
And what some people describe Montgomery as being a little woozy or something, had to be helped off the field. What gives you the confidence that he'll,
Well, I mean, I listened to our doctors. I mean, and I saw him after. I saw him inside, and he seemed fine. And but again, we'll check him tomorrow, and if he's not fine, we'll have to figure it out.
Right here, to your left, Joe.
Joe, I know you gave Aaron a day off last week. Did you think that was helpful? Is that something, if this continues, that you might?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I can definitely think about it. We're trying to get him back on track. It's been a struggle. There's no doubt about it, the second half, but it's definitely something I'll think about, sure.
Anyone else? Okay. Oh, Joel, do you have one?
I don't know that this is knowable, Joe, but just because Severino's starting to get to an innings area that he's never been before, when you see an outing like today, do you it's a bad outing for a guy having a great year, or do you start to wonder, is he getting into the weeds a little where he's never been?
No. I think, Joel, if you put like 3 or 4 back-to-back, then you wonder. I mean, every starter has a bad day. We've seen it from, for years and years and years. But right now, I don't see a lack of velocity. I don't, he just didn't have good stuff today. He wasn't as sharp as he's been.